Hi, my name's Michael. I'm 62 years of age and I'm supported by RLOA on a daily basis. I'm very delighted to be with RLOA. They've changed my life dramatically from being one of very solitude lifestyle, living by myself and not being able to go anywhere, to now being able to participate in the community, as in sitting in the park here. So I'm absolutely delighted and very, very pleased with what I have received. RLOA have been really, really good. One of their areas that does impress me at times, being a person with altered abilities, you become very unsure of yourself and probably not quite sure of what to say. So I have found with RLOA you can phone them up, and if you're not confident in speaking on the phone, they actually make you feel relaxed. They always greet you with a great greeting on the phone, and to sort out any issues that you may have, such as cancelling a particular worker for a day, or indeed organising something more from what your normal thing is. They are always willing to help and always do it with a smile. They thank you for your phone call. They understand my needs, and they actually work strongly to provide what I need to make my life so much happier, and they certainly do that. My hobbies and interests are quite varied, I guess. I've done a lot of different educational adventures throughout my life. I've covered a lot of different subjects and areas and worked in many different fields. So some of my interests, I guess, probably would be in body corporate. I do a lot of work with that. I also do justice of the peace. I'm very interested in that. Hobbies and so forth, I guess, I play my didgeridoo. I have about 5 or 6 didgeridoos. I do have my favourites, of course. Other interests that I would have would be motorbike racing. I'm very keen. I rode motorbikes for many years of my life, up to around 35 years, and then finished riding them. But I do watch the motorbike racing. I get up in the middle of the night to watch that. Other interests I have are just, actually I do a lot of work for the community, and I am very interested in the community as a general, to keep everybody happy and heading forward. Here we are today, and we're going to play the didgeridoo. Didgeridoo is by far my favourite instrument because it requires no hands or fingers to operate it, which suits my limited abilities, my adjusted abilities. To play the didgeridoo, there's a few things that you need to get together. You need the circular breathing, and you start off by simply droning. And the droning will lead into the circular breathing, and then as time goes on you can start to put sound effects into it by moving your tongue in different positions, vibrating your tongue, and you can also put vocals into it, which is the final thing for playing the didgeridoo. So I'll give you a bit of a demo here. We'll start off with just a simple drone, and then I will go into the breathing part of it, and then we'll go into a bit of jaw and tongue movement to give some different notes, and then at the end I'll put the vocals into it, and you may hear a few vocals coming through. So let's give it a go. Start off with the drone. Forgot the vocals. I'll put that in now. That's it. I see myself as a person who has altered abilities, would be a great term to put for that.
I don't see myself as disabled. My abilities are slightly different than the mainstream, so they're slightly altered. I'm very fortunate to have RLOA on board because they actually recognise my altered abilities, and it's a shame that there are not other organisations who actually recognise people's abilities more so than recognising what they describe as disabilities. RLOA have a different way of thinking than everybody else. All of the support workers that I have with me encourage me to use my abilities that I do have. They recognise I have them, they let me use them, and they support me in the use of those abilities. And other organisations like to hover around the disability, which is a negative way of putting it. So basically what I'm saying is I've found RLOA to be extremely positive, more so than, well, they're not negative at all, they're extremely positive, and they support me in my abilities that I do still have.